Hello all, Havoc here. So in our last episode, I was talking about going to get everything all welded up. So it is, and I got the reactor and storage container moved. I added the container right here, so it actually connects to the ones above it, and the reactor here. So this is all in an easy location to get to. Now I got everything all welded up on our platform. So no holes. That makes things a little bit more convenient. The sun's going down, but that's fine. And then the other thing I was going to work on was a mine shaft. And so yeah, I went to it, and here it is. So it goes a great deal down. Let's see if I can get this to work here. All right. So it goes down for a ways. And alright, so here we are at the bottom. So this is all uranium. Pretty cool that we can get to uranium. And let's see, up here a bit further is, let's take a look here. Right about, I think this level, yeah, here we go. So out here, switch to drill. Right over here is iron. So I'm gonna smooth this out a little bit so it's not snaking back and forth. Kind of just like drill straight through that way. So here's iron. So this is what mainly I'll be doing between episodes, is collecting resources in our little quarry setup we got going. I don't want stone. Get rid of that stone. Garbage. Alright. So there's iron, and then we have uranium now as well. And then we have a cool little light pointing down the mine shaft, so we don't have to worry about not being able to see. Let's get out of here. And then we don't have to worry about using hydrogen. That's why I built the ramp in, just to make sure. But we have plenty of ice as well to build up hydrogen, so in either case. So in our first episode, Thing 1 and Thing 2 had made comments that we should be possibly just focusing on building a large ship just to flat out leave. I kind of like that idea, just instead of like making a bunch of small crafts to eventually get around to building the bigger craft, we can go ahead and just kind of like put most of our resources into one large craft. And I'm almost tempted to just use this top section. Turn basically, just leave this merge block here and kind of start building these two pieces here into a large ship. And from that, we'll be able to just take straight off into orbit and start finding the more rare resources and head for the next planet. So with that, we need to start building out some platforms and stuff, and sun's going down, that kind of sucks. Let's see here. So I think we're gonna just do a basic shape for this. I mean, I'm actually thinking more like a flying saucer shape, just to keep us going vertical. I mean, just need to get into orbit. Once we get into orbit, everything changes. So we use atmospheric thrusters to get us most of the way, and then hydrogen to get us the rest of the way, because we don't have platinum, I believe, to make the ionic thrusters. Let's take a look real quick. Let's see. Large ion thrusters take thruster components. And large hydrogen does not. Okay. So if we go and look at the assembler, thruster components takes platinum. Yeah, that's what I thought. And I don't think we have any thruster components. No, I didn't think so. So yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with that and make it work. So one of the things we're gonna have to do is figure out overall shape and probably just square it out. Literally just make it a square and start adding thrusters until we have VTOL. Let's see here. Probably just count out how many blocks it is. So 1, 2, skip a few. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to go 3 wider. Oh no, wait. Let's try counting over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 6 by 8. Alright, so if we add one more block, it looks like counting this shape here. So like that. And then got rid of these. That'll be an 8 by 8. And in theory, we should be able to work with that. So I kind of like that idea, and that's what we'll do. So we'll do this, and then we'll throw in our thrusters where we can. And that'll make it easier for that. Yeah, let's go upstairs. That'll be easier to get to all those wedge blocks up there. Actually, we can leave that one. Not really too worried about. I mean, a lot of you have said that for this season is not to worry too much about fashion. Let's just get function going first, and I'm down for that because it's going to get us in orbit sooner rather than later. And see. I'll get all this welded up off camera. Oh, one of the mods I did install. Let's see if I can find it real quick. And I want to get around to using it. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because we did find uranium. Is this guy? Oh no, that's not it. I installed the nanotech. And I'm not finding it, so I'm gonna have to go make sure I did install it. The reason I installed that mod is because it's gonna help me multitask. I can keep building while it will come along, and as long as we have resources in our supply chain, it will build. It'll actually do the welding for me, and that's something I kind of need the help with, is because I can't be in 3 places at once. And that will inevitably allow that exact feature, is to be in more than one place at a time. So it's something I really am looking forward to using, because, like I said, it's going to expedite what I get built and the rate at which I get it built. I can take larger projects on that I just shrug off because it's too just way too big. What? Oh, hey, we're out of supplies, or resource full. Yeah, that thing. So I'll grab that, go back to it. Get a little bit of supplies out of our inventory here. Better. Alright. Alright. Alright, so that's that. And then this one will get changed out later. So put that there. There we go. So then we'll just basically just add our motors to the outside of this and start going from there. The other thing we need to do is we need to get some hydrogen tanks going, and we need to start stockpiling that stuff, because we're going to need quite the surplus of hydrogen. We got all the ice we need, so that's not that big a deal. So let's take a look at tanks and see what we can do with that. I did click in there, right? It's an oxygen tank, hydrogen tank. There we go. Computers are the only thing that look bad. And holy crap, I forgot how big these things were. Wow. That is seriously atrociously large. I'm none too happy with the size of that. Wow. 80 large steel tubes. And our system shutting down? Yeah, system is shutting down because we don't have solar anymore. So we need to run down, turn a battery on. Let's turn you to discharge. Everything should be turned on now. Yeah, there we go. How many more tubes? Wow. I don't think we have enough large steel tubes. Okay, yeah, we do. Okay, 4 more. So we got a bunch of uranium. We can turn the reactor on if we need it, but as of yet we won't need to, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, so wait a minute, what did we need next? 60 small tubes and 8 computers. And there we go. 40 construction components, and this bad boy's done. Alright, so next thing would be to probably build another one and then get these things piped up together and tied in. Man, these things are just so large. I'm sure I can find some modded ones, but yeah. My concern is that we have enough hydrogen to break orbit. Or detector is going to be in the way of the next one, I almost guarantee it. Yep. Fantastic. So we're going to move this guy. I guess we'll set him over here next to the antenna. Stop there for a second. So hit the right key on the keyboard, huh? There we go. Let's put this guy right here. And kill this one off. Throw plates down. Good. Can we still get around it? Alright, that's still cool. Alright, so next up, we can throw another one of these guys down now that we got room. And some more large tubes. Let's get this thing built. We do not have enough tubes. Assembler away. Production. 40 of those, please? Oh, I got an idea. How about we turn it on? Assembler, not oxygen generator. There we go. There we go. Small tube computer and construction components. Computer, construction components, and I think that's it. It's weird how you can weld it there for a second, then all of a sudden you're out of range. It's like, okay. I wasn't moving, but alright. So if we can pipe these together. So they're already piped to each other. We'll probably just need to bring a tube down over here. I need to turn that ore detector off. Just draining our battery. Off. Okay. So now if we could pipe probably over here. Let's turn our jet back on for a second. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a conveyor right there. Tube to that, and then tube... Damn. I was kind of hoping to do some more layers of connection, but it's just not working. Ooh, how about right there? No. Let's try over here. So we can come down to here and over. So yeah, pipe it to here, 90, 90, 90. So 190, 290, 390, 490. 495. All right. And there it is. All right. A lot of stuff, and then we'll be done. Small tube. And motors. All right. And I think we're low on small tubes again as well. Tuba production. All right. All right, so that should finish this up. Alright, so now we can get hydrogen production going, and I think we're going to go ahead and turn that on as well. And so, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go harvest a bunch of ice, get our hydrogen production up and going, and see what kind of levels we can produce. Okay, and we're back. So what we've done is we went and collected a bunch of ice. Let's take a look here at inventory. And we got a little over 30,000 ice. I've brought up, I think, 20,000 already. So it's gone down a few times. So all said and done, I think we're going to produce about 60,000 K worth of ice. And just chugging away. Our hydrogen tank doesn't even have like 5% in it yet. Yeah. So that's going to take a while. I turned the reactor on just to make sure that we have enough going for power. because we can get uranium now. And then we can process it during the day when the solar panels are on. I think what I'll end up doing is moving the solar panels on top of the hydrogen tanks so we can have a little bit more light going. And then from there, it's just a matter of putting on the engines. So we take a look real quick. Let's get rid of all this other miscellaneous stuff. Atmospheric thruster small. These are useless to us. Okay, let's try just putting, there we go. So we want you, and you. So we're gonna go straight to number 6, which is the beast. That is 1,136 motors. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. So it would go here. Alright, in theory we need 4 of these. Why I didn't hit shift first, I don't know. So we're gonna put 1 there. And actually that doesn't work. I'm going to put it here. So we'll move that one down after we relocate the ramp. Is that in the right spot? No, it needs to come over. I think we're going to have to make it wider so we can put that in the middle. Because I think right now it's an even number and you can't put something in the middle of an even number. But we'll get it figured out. So it'll look something like that. And then we'd have to get piping out here for the hydrogen. This is going to get complicated quick. So number 8 is a holy behemoth. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a beast. So let's say we did something like this. Actually, we did staggered. We did something like this would be, I think, work better. Put the hydrogens, or the atmospheric like that. Wow. And then the hydrogen. It has a different connecting point. It figures it would. There's no way we could have it be simplistically connecting how you'd expect it to, right? Alright, let's try that now. So probably something like this. Put 1 on each face like that. And then mirror this pattern all the way around. So I move this guy over here to this corner, hydrogen on that corner. Wow. And then we'd have to put like that. So we'd have some maneuvering thrusters when we're in orbit. That is a lot of supplies. So I gotta go do some math and find out how much of everything we need. Specifically, I think these are just gonna be just insanely expensive. 1,300 motors a piece. That's 4 of those, and that's not counting if we put any small ones on for maneuverability. And these things in themselves are insanely large. I guess we can just use the small hydrogen for maneuverability as well, but it's going to burn up our hydrogen. They're much cheaper, they're smaller, and we only turn on the large thrusters when the Atmos lose thrust. So we only turn these guys on right at the very end. So the goal would be to get to max velocity as quickly as possible to help us bridge the gap. If I remember correctly, there's a gap where these two don't work. of a couple thousand feet, a couple thousand meters. Hopefully the max velocity we can reach quick enough and sustain us to where the hydrogen will start kicking in. I'm not sure. You guys know about whether or not this is actually feasible or not. Please leave a comment below. So I know whether or not I'm just not crazy and not, or what. So I'm going the right direction. Is basically what it would boil down to. And oh man, so then we'd have to pipe all these things together as well. Let's see here. There's a connector here, so odd. Okay, so I'd have to run connectors up into the tanks, or probably even relocate the tanks. Put a tank on top of each one of these clusters. I think that probably is going to be a better plan of action. Is put one tank in each corner over the top of each thruster. Alright, so we're going to wrap up the episode here. Again, leave comments below. Am I nuts for trying to go this route, or does it seem feasible and gung-ho, let's do it. Look forward to reading your guys' comments. This is Havoc. Have fun. Keep gaming.